one thing I realized about the like the commercial scene, right? It's quite racist, isn't it? Like
And
what clients want, like no dark skin.
definitely, definitely. I think a lot of clients here are still embracing a very, very old belief that if monkey see, monkey do lah. Very primitive understanding of marketing.
Yeah.
Meaning, if I see a Chinese drinking a beer, I want that beer lah. You know that same Chinese will go buy that beer. And why they want Chinese to do all these beer commercials is because it's a bigger market. So
Mm,
so they using an Indian fella to in a beer commercial, they think it wouldn't work
mm,
because this only attract all the Indian people to buy, not the Chinese person. Like, no lah, dude, that's not focus on the talent, it's the brand lah. Your beer is nice, people will just buy lah. The hell, man. Malay, Chinese,
mm,
Indian, whatever, who will buy? Like, everybody will buy. Right. So there's
mm.
a
Yeah.
very, very primitive thinking. I mean, I do productions. I sit in. I sit with clients discussing all this. And it's the same thing. Sometimes it is as bad as going to the extent of filming everything with different races, and then after that during editing, right, they say like, actually we don't need this Indian actor, take him out."
Yeah. I remember even like there's one live show lah. It's a local show where the host was promoting a whitening skin,
Mm.
a
Skin
whitening
whitener
skin
lah.
product, yeah, skin whitener,
Mm.
yeah. And he told the audience, he said, if you use my product, then you won't end up looking at, like, I forgot which celebrity was it.
Oh, yeah, 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 I remember
It
that.
was an Indian. It was an Indian
Yeah,
singer. I forgot, this is quite some time back. I think last year.
yeah, it's
And I'm like, what? Like literally on screen. After that, he did an apology.
yeah, which is weird though. This whole idea of white being beautiful,
Mm,
it's clearly ideological. Like the most beautiful people are white skinned people or people who are fair. I mean, if you look
yeah,
at history, dude, we see so many evidence, right? Even in India, it's the same. All the castes, all, the Dravidians, which are which are technically the lowest caste compared to the Brahmins up there, which are basically slightly whiter skin. So it's always
yeah,
the belief that that dark colored is something to do with negativity, something to do with ugliness and all that. And even I just remembered because Lord of the Rings, the cast is like coming back for some, I don't know, podcast or some shit
mm,
tomorrow on a Sunday, right? Maybe I shouldn't say
mm,
it tomorrow, on a Sunday. And then I realized how, I mean, it's a nice story, nice movie, brilliant movie. I feel, but in the end of the day, that show has a lot of ideological problems because, again, the dark skin people are all the enemies basically, and the
mm.
white skin ones, including obviously Saruman the white when he was still good, and Gandalf the white when he became, how to say, purer and more powerful.
Mm.
It's just really a movie about black and white, and in the middle they put green color lah, because the scenery, the trees are all green, whatever shit. That's it. This is it's very ideological, and
You're talking about the Ox and Mordor being
yeah,
black.
see, everything is
Ah,
black, dude. All the black guys all
yeah.
black in
Yeah, but
color.
Batman,
Hmm? Oh yeah, Batman. Yeah,
Batman is a different story lah.
Batman different. Batman. Forgot about Batman.
But yeah, now they say Lord of the Rings is true because if you think about it, you mentioned Gandalf, right? Remember, Gandalf started off as Gandalf the Grey, so it's
Yeah,
darker,
yeah, because
right?
it's
And then become more powerful. Oh,
oh
I've got my white white
that's
privilege.
it. You should do some.
The start, the struggles, the pain and joy. This is how you started lah podcast.